Yo, I don't know if you can see me like this, but I'm a little out of it because I've had a long trip and but I gotta keep the content going and I like it, man. This is the most exciting thing for me in terms of creativity right now, just doing what I want to do. But I love being able to talk to you and just say what I want and resonating with people. I'm seeing more and more people at the cons and more people at shows do it. I just want to tell you. So I'm having a midlife crisis. It's not so much a midlife crisis as it is like I've never been this rudderless. I've always been focused and I know what I want to do. And right now, I have ideas what I want to do, but it's like, what do I really care about? Like right now, I just come on and I start talking and I have an idea of what I'm going to say. But, the bad news is sometimes I lose my thought, but other times it's really good because I go stream of consciousness. And I'm rudderless because, I'm 53 years old. Someone told me today I look 42. I mean, if I shave, I've been, for at least 35 years, just completely Hollywood, 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 Hollywood. As you know, I think Hollywood is dying. I think it's changing. I don't think it's exciting anymore. I was talking about on my pod how, the stars of like Angelina Jolie and Kate Blanchett, it's just a different world now. A TikToker who does stuff, I'm going to get into that, thinks they're just as important. And if they're getting views, everything's disrupted. You can get 6 million views on a TikTok. That's great. But is it going to last for 30 years like a great movie or a great album? So Hollywood is completely, weird. I have other people that tell me this too now. They just feel like it's weird and it's dying. And, Disney lost half its market share. It doesn't mean it won't go back up, but I don't know. I just feel like entertainment as a whole is a fucking fraud. I'm in the place in my life where I just feel like, oh, it's just a fucking escape. Obviously, there's good escapes, like Scream, because I'm in it. I talked to some people the other day. They're just like me. This young girl, she's like 25 years old. She's like, I don't watch nothing. All I do is watch YouTube. How can people care about escapism entertainment? Because you are just going into a world when the world is crazier than any fucking movie you can ever watch. Maybe I'm jaded, but I just feel like, oh my God, I'm going to watch a new Star Wars when we're about to have World War III. Like, am I crazy? Or maybe I'm too much into bullshit and maybe it is fine. I'm in a midlife crisis because I'm 53 years old. I'm doing movies. I'm not doing the big movies. They're not making the movies they were. So the shots I'm getting for those movies are fewer and far betweener. And then it's like, do audition for 6 episodes on something on a Netflix. I mean, can I say this to you? I don't even want to say it, but I should say it. The last thing that I auditioned for is a show that's got season 2 on Fox, and I don't think it makes any fucking dent into pop culture. But it's on Fox. It does nothing for me. I literally be showing up doing a job. I don't think anyone's gonna care about it in 5 years. It's literally just making money. But is it gonna make Big Bang Theory money? I don't know. Probably not. And I just got that was the last couple big things here. I went in for The Bear, and I really worked hard on that. And I went down a couple times, and I didn't get it. Not for Jeremy's role. He was already the star. Another role. And that's really making an imprint on pop culture and changing his life. And then after that, I went in for another Fox thing. And I'm like, I'm not going to read for this. And it's a known guy who's the lead of it and stuff. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this. And it was in Canada, and it was going to be all this fucking quarantining. And I'm like, no, I don't care. I don't fucking care. And then there was another one that was like the Righteous Gemstones. And I was reading half of the dialogue. I don't care if I'm saying this. And I'm like, they're going to make me read all this? Like, check the tapes. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. Like, why do I have to audition for the Righteous Gemstones? Then I read for The Boys. And I'm like, why can't they just... No. So then I'm just like, I'm not doing it because I should just have a convo with people and be like, yo, you like me? Either yeah or nay. Like, what's the fucking deal? So, but some I get close and then some I'm just like, I don't even care. And I've never been like that. I'm at a point in my life where I don't even care. I know how entertainment works. There's not much anyone can really tell me. And basically, everyone can make content. I have a piece of an app called Chilling. It's going to blow up. I love putting this stuff everywhere. You can just make your own content and put it out. Yeah, you're not making the same money. But if you're making $50,000 a week on an episode of something, after everything, you're probably making 25. So all you got to do is just try to make what you really make and things, because I don't have as many hands in the pot as I used to have. I don't even know. Like, I don't fucking care. I mean, something would have to be amazing for me to really fight for it. But, like, I get these independents, and they're pretty good. And I do them, and I like them a lot. And they give me better acting roles, The one big movie I did recently was the abortion movie, and fucking, it was a great role. I'm gonna show it to you one time and react to it. And I was two coming up on 3 years now. I remember during the pandemic, I did all the press, and I was doing tons of press and all this Daily Beast and a lot of press that I didn't realize the difference between left and right press, and it was left, and they were basically saying and that's when I started all this, because I'm like, what the fuck am I? And they're like, are you a right winger? I'm like, a right what? I'm just an actor. And the zealots came out, the nuts, the libbies that are just actually brain damaged people. These libs are crazy. The lib, I'm going to say the classic lib. They are nuts. Say whatever you want, but I can sit and talk to a person who's a conservative a little easier, a little less judgmental than a lib. I'm sorry. I thought I was a liberal. I don't know. I can't know. These who they've allowed to be, everyone knows. It's nuts. So no. So I didn't know any of this stuff. And once they put me in a fucking Arkansas fucking good old boy camp, I'm like, what? I'm friends with everybody. So that's when things really started changing. That movie we worked so hard on. And Amazon, just remember this, Amazon wouldn't even put it up. But they put up a lot of controversial shit, okay? They put up a ton of shit. Think about that. They put up the movie Kyrie recommended, and Kyrie got all this shit for just saying, hey, check out this movie. And all these people were coming after Kyrie when he didn't do anything. He just said, hey, here's a movie. And they demonized him. And the abortion movie took forever to get up there. But anyway, it was a straight offer. It was a good role. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And they fucking threw it out. The town would not touch it. The town wouldn't be... they took such good care of me in that movie, and the town would just not even consider it. Like, I won a Best Actor award from a film festival. I'll post it. But I never posted it. This is how fucked up it is. I never posted it because I didn't want the town to judge me because I was a bitch. I'm literally on a private plane, me, my chick, and Robert Davi. They're like, we're going to send you a plane, and you're going to go, and you're going to promote this movie. And so they sent me down to Florida, and I did a big convention. And I got a text on the plane from this fucking open micer talking about this fucking movie. And I almost fucking went crazy. And I'm like, you can't get booked at the fourth wall. And you're kind of giving me shit. Like, this is a person that felt too comfortable with me. Whew. And I just fucking delete that. And I was like, okay. Well, and I just didn't want to make an enemy, but I was like, in my mind, it's a dead person to me. But I'm literally on a private plane, living my best life with my chick and Robert Davi, and we're fucking laughing and joking. And we go to Florida for 3 days and promote this at like some kind of, event for people that are in this, like a religious group and different political groups. And I won, not there, but another film festival that's considered probably more conservative, Best Actor. And they nominated a lot of people. But, Vanity Fair didn't tell anybody that. I'm just depressed. I'm not depressed. I'm happy. I've done a lot, but I'm just like let down right now. But why? All the division and all the scummery and all this shit. And, fucking, you've seen all this shit about P. Diddy and, Harvey Weinstein. He did all that shit. And fucking, it's just like everyone's gross. It's just, can't you just fucking make a lot of money and have fun? Do you have to be so fucking twisted? It's just like, these assholes ruin it for everybody because everyone's like, this fucking asshole. You just catch a nut? Go have a threesome like a normal person who likes sex. Go have a fucking foursome. But when you're doing all this other crazy shit, you're fucking up Hollywood. You're turning me off. You're making everyone go, you're disgusting. And now everyone in Hollywood, they're like, why are you in Hollywood? So it's like the whole, what you're seeing, I'm seeing too. Like, I had never seen it. people had good times. They did drugs and they hooked up with hot chicks. That's it. You know, if you're gay, hot dudes. All this other shit. So the whole business between the creative output, the constriction of what's coming, and things that are dying, and then, you know, all these legends just coming out of scumbag. You're gonna see a lot more of this scumbag stuff, and it should be exposed. It's turning me off. It's just turning me off. And, you know, so right now I'm just renting. I had houses for the last 30 years, and I sold everything. And I'm like, well, what am I going to do? And I'm unless I find a good deal, I don't even know. Like, California is so crazy with their taxes. And I'm not even like this, but I'm seeing it. Like, there's a drug encampment down the street in the prime of Hollywood, beautiful downtown Hollywood. And they don't move them. But I pay so much taxes, and I still run into potholes, and the drug encampments are there. It's not fair. So, you know, it's just depressing. And it's never been like this. It's really bad. And so I'm disillusioned. It's like I've owned houses here, and I'm like, do I want to buy another house here, a nice house, and stake my claim for the rest of my existence? Do I want to buy? I mean, things are overpriced. They'll come down. But I literally think they're turning. I'm dead serious, and I'm going to go back to this. I cannot forget this. They literally want to turn this state and New York into a fucking John Carpenter movie. They do. Go watch Escape from New York again. It's brilliant. John Carpenter, I gotta talk to him. I don't know if he'd like me or not. I heard he's an intense dude. He might not like me. He might not even know me. He's so busy. Watch Escape from LA again. Watch it. Fucking Escape from New York and Escape from LA. Snake Plissken. Watch it again, man. Watch it again. God damn, man. Isaac Hayes is a fucking G. God rest his soul. He was in Malibu's with me. His stuff got cut, if you can believe that. Fucking legend. God, what a brilliant man. And Kurt Russell obviously is a brilliant man. And so is, you know, obviously John Carpenter is the mastermind of brilliance. But look at it. Look at Escape from New York, what that movie's about. Watch it again. It's so good. I gotta watch it again. Watch Precinct 13. Escape from Precinct 13. I'm going to watch Escape from LA again. Because I don't think they're movies. I think they're documentaries. John Carpenter really is either tied in or super. He's either fed the info and he's prepping us, or he is just that brilliant, which he might be. He might be just that all-knowing, all-seeing. Go watch They Live again. Go watch They Live again. Another genius, Roddy Piper, God rest his soul. Keith David. I mean, he's alive, beautiful man. You understand what I'm saying? These movies to me they're just documentaries. They're coming to fruition. Terminator is coming to fruition. You know, with AI and all this shit and crypto going wild, it's like pretty much Ready Player One. Our existence is going to be Ready Player One mixed with Terminator. Like, everyone's going to be somewhere, but they're not going to be in the physical world. They're going to be living in the virtual world. So whether it's a tin can or you're under a palm tree, you're going to be plugged into that matrix. Okay, the Matrix is another one. And these cities that we love are going to be left to the nuts. I'm telling you, it's happening. These fucking beautiful... And California doesn't encourage someone like me to stay, because if I stay, they're taxing me more than ever. Or if I leave, they're going to try to tax me. Or if I have a come up and say, I'm going to buy my first $5 million house. Now, I have never done that, but I've bought a couple $1 million of house. 5%. So whatever you pay in the deal, $5 million, you have to cut them a check for another half a bar, because it's called a mansion tax. So do you really want to buy a $50 million thing here? There's a beautiful house I saw the other day, $38 million. I'm like, well, I got so much Shiba Inu. I can just go to like 18 cents. I can buy, a $38 million mansion. Well, I'm like, what's my tax on that? Well, it's going to be about 1.5 just to the state on buying it. I mean, you have to have crypto money, So the whole world is fucking wild right now. Like I said, people are going to be living virtually, staying somewhere as these delivery drones become robotic drones, as they become sentient drones, and they're going to fucking get mad. We're going to have to hide from them. AI is going to be doing everything. Everyone's going to be out of work. People are going to act like, oh, no, I can do this. No, you're not going to have a fucking job. The jobs to do right now are plumbers, contractors, retrofitters, pipe fitters. I would even say seamstresses. You're having trouble right now because they can align, they can 3D print, and they can align the shit to stitch clothing. So it's more like things that are too intricate. The AI is not getting in the U-joints of a pipe. That takes human hands. And robots aren't there yet. They will be. So that's these physically manual labor things that are a little bit more intricate than delivering a pizza, like 3D printing houses. Those are the jobs that are going to last longer. And people like me, I won't be replaced. I'll have new contemporaries. So I'll have an AI friend or an avatar friend also at the Laugh Factory along with me. But people will want to see the original. In fact, when the robots get so big, they will think it's cool to have a human on stage because it's so rare. And I'll be like, oh my God, it will be like a clown. We'll be like they are to us now, except it will be robot population. And they're like, oh, we'll let this one guy live. That's what I'm trying to be. Funny for them. I'm trying to be the robot's gesture. Not really joking about that. So that's where we are in the world. And the rich are going to grab everything. And the other people are going to be Blade Runner. The best thing you can do is build a fucking house of concrete and make it 6 stories before you put the house out higher and make sure they can't fucking scale that thing. That's what I believe. You can call me crazy. You can call me whatever, but keep the tape. And so because of that, everything is being so disrupted that every business is going to be disrupted. And Hollywood is no different. So you don't have to live here anymore. I love it. It's my home. And I love it. Unless it becomes Escape from LA, I'm always going to have a place here. It's just a matter of, do I want to rent a place right now, buy a place? And if I sell, where do I want to buy just a littler place? Or I don't know if I want to buy a big place here right now, because I think I'd get more bang for my buck in one of 4 places. I'm narrowing it down to Florida, which is far. Arizona, which I love, but I don't go there enough, but it's great. Vegas, which I love, but again, doesn't. And Dubai, which is far. And I don't really know enough about Dubai, but I know the prices are pretty good right now. Now, that's why I'm having a midlife crisis, because I could do whatever I want, wherever I want. And if I got a movie or something, I come back. If I shoot Funny You Should Ask, I come back. Louis was always in Vegas. He'd come back for the 2 days we tape, and he'd go back. Do radio shows, come back. Obviously my whole life in social circles here, even though it's not huge, but it's big. My life is huge. My social circle isn't, but it's also people all around the world. But my comedy circle is here. And other things. But so what am I trying to tell you? Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get married. I don't know if I'm gonna have kids. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. So to me, I have to figure out what's the next phase of my life, and I'm fortunate that I can do that. And where is it gonna be? And I feel that I'm gonna tell you, I love Vegas. It's a no-brainer for me. I'll tell you the reason in a second. It's gonna be more popular, so it's gonna be expensive as LA soon because they're getting everything there. I love Phoenix. I think I gotta get there before it blows up again. I always had visions. I live in Arizona. I know that sounds weird, but I've had like dreams. I had a place in Arizona. I already had a place in Vegas. I sold it back in the day, but I would do it again. It's hard if I have to prove the residency. That's the hard thing. And then the other one, Florida. Dubai is a little more of a wilder one. I would start small there. Just rent for like 2 months and see how it is. And, it's not my home, but people love it. Florida, here's what I'm thinking. Sun is very important. I've been reading more about this. I believe in all this hippie shit now because you can scientifically back it up. Sun is good for your mood. I originally wanted to move to Venice Beach, Silicon Beach, and I wanted to buy a place, and I wanted to be part of Venice. I like Venice. It's a little overpriced. There are some deals. It's a little gangster. But then, that's what knocks those other places off is just not a beach. And I think I'm at the beach phase of my life. And I love Florida. I love Florida. If you don't like Florida, I don't know what your issue is. They're opinionated. They know what they want. It's clean. The fucking streets, you can drive forever. It's quiet. And the prices are reasonable. There's so much food. It's abundance. Florida is like tons of abundance. They're getting hammered right now with a bunch of people coming in their state. So I'm not trying to do that. But just for instance, I was in Mount Dora, amazing community. They took such good care of me. They gave me the key to the city. I'm so blessed. Then I went to Orlando, again, another amazing community. I have so much fun there. You can eat any type of food. It would take you a whole year to go to every restaurant. Mini golf, clean. Adult women have mini golf jobs. That's how they make good money. I mean, there's so many places in Florida I saw. I was just in Fort Lauderdale. Amazing. I love it. And I spent a good amount of time in Naples. I mean, I put Mount Dora in Naples up there. It's just a place that's just, it felt so safe, so calm, so serene. Little pockets of amazing restaurants and tea shops. And, people will talk to you. They won't bug you. They'll be like, hey, how are you? Obviously, Florida man gets a bad rap. I'm going to show you the clip later of why it does on one of my socials, because Ryan Joseph told me this, that the police reports do not get halted up. So anything that happens in Florida, it goes out to the press right away, where other states can hold their police reports for like 2 days so they can do damage control. For some reason, it doesn't do that in Florida. So every fucking thing that you hear that's bad, you hear right away from Florida, because they don't have the stop. But every state, this shit's happening, but they know how to manage it, okay? I did Off the Hook. I'm going to talk about it. Amazing club. Great family, great owners, great staff. Just amazing. Like, you feel like you're going into a spot that's your home. They all know me, and people have come up as they've gotten older, and they've grown with the club. And the audiences just love it. And you do these shows, the food is off the fucking hook. Besides the shows, the food is like fucking top notch. And I'm just there, and I'm doing all these shows, and it's amazing. And the next day, I sleep in, and my buddy opens for me, Jason's like, yo, let's go play golf. So then I go to this amazing country club called Quail Creek. I can't say enough about it. I lost my putter cover, man. I gotta fucking find it. But this beautiful guy, Jeff Fleischman, and his beautiful wife, they take me out. Me and my buddy, and his buddy, I forget the other guy's name, I'm sorry, Philly represent. And we play 18 holes. I could have played 36 if the sun didn't go down. And they treat us to the best meal, the best oysters I've ever had. And I've had oysters in Africa. I've had oysters in Poland. I've had oysters in Switzerland. These were the best fucking oysters I've ever fucking had. I've had oysters in Cleveland. And these fucking things, when I tell you it was butter, and then a filet, and then garlic mash, and broccolini, and then the place was like, how long you want to stay? We could have stayed all fucking night, and it was safe. And then when we left, they take you out on a little fucking golf cart, because everybody has golf carts because you're behind the gates. I wasn't hating it. And the prices for these places, yeah, they're high, but they're not as high as other places. So there's these little tucked away hideaways in Florida. I know every state has them, but Florida, I just feel like it's close to the water. It's reasonably priced. They like to have a good time. They're chill. What happens in Florida stays in Florida. And I was just like, damn, dude, I don't mind living in the city and grinding and being a grunter and keeping my shit clean. So I'm like, yo, because I live by the heartbeat of the electric shit of, it's like doing a set at the Improv at midnight. You don't know what you're going to encounter with some of these audiences. Do I need to do it? No. Why do I do it? Because I love it. It's what I do. And it's a rush, right? Do I need to work out a joke if I worked it out 50 times? No. But I do it because it's like I get that rush, right? That bing. The same thing is like living in a more densely populated city. I like it because it's like alive, But I also, when it gets too much, I want to escape. So I want to sit in a safe place with looking at ducks, birds of paradise, as I try not to shank my 5-iron into the fucking weeds. So I need both. I'm a Gemini. So that long rant was to say, what am I going to do? Where am I going to be? Because I can be anywhere. So unless this becomes Escape from LA, I think I'm probably always going to have a place here. It's just a matter of how much I'm going to spend. And then I need a big escape place somewhere. Now you're going, shut up, dude. You're fucking fortunate. Yeah, I know. But I worked my balls off, and I took a lot of chances in life, and I had some luck. So, but I really did work hard. I didn't go to college. I had no fucking safety net. But no one does now, and I'm fortunate. So that's my midlife crisis. And so that's why. But the only thing I can do consistently is create stuff. I like it. I'm trying to get in shape. So, I fuck with Oklahoma City, Tulsa. There's some bomb cool places that are just as nice. My sister Mary, I love you, Mary. Don't get mad. She's a little wackadoodle. I'm a wackadoodle too. My whole family is. They're not going to admit it, but they are. And Mary said something in her brilliance. She said, "Oh, Jay, every place is LA now because the internet." She's right, meaning you can look on the internet, see something you like, and recreate it within your own city in Dallas or, Cleveland, whatever, right? That's why it's like, you would think like, oh, Kansas City, that's not a sexy place to play football. Well, tell Kansas City that. Kansas City, I bet it's like LA. If I go to Arrowhead Stadium, I bet they got the best sushi. They got the biggest, hottest star in the world. Their cheerleader, they got beautiful, Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey. These guys are fucking legends, dude. And they're fucking beautiful studs. That's LA, dude. They're fucking winners. And that shit is in Kansas City, the most normally not sexy place. So Kansas City now is cool. So there, because of social media, we're all like watching Super Bowl weekend going, damn, I want to go to Arrowhead. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just barbecue. So that's what the world is now. The world is wherever you could build. You see it, you can build it, you can make your own oasis. So it's just a matter of where I feel most comfortable with. I'm going to be a multi-place because I have multiple personalities. They have really cool places, and they're like $400,000. Now, it might be expensive to some of you, but that's what you would get there for $400,000. You'd pay $4 million here. And it's fucking dope. The problem is it gets cold. But it's dope. And when somebody Kim Jong-un gets mad one day and tries to fucking do some shit, I'd rather be in a fucking silo over there than sitting at Earth Cafe here. You know what I'm saying? I like Earth, but you're vulnerable.